Wake up, Jacob. Israelite Prepper here, and I just had a thought actually. As you guys know, I've gone to the Biblical Family Structure Conference, and this video isn't about that, but went to the conference and we got a lot of insight, a lot of information that you know the Israelite as a nation we need to know. We need to understand this, understand the purpose of family and what does a good, strong family structure is built on. And obviously, some families in Israel, they are polygynous. Now, this video isn't wholly on polygyny, but I did want to kind of mention something. Now, the conference wasn't all about just polygyny and stuff like that. What's going on? Shalom, brother, shalom. But it did bring up the idea, like one of the reasons, you put there, you're gonna, be fruitful and multiply. And it's not a debate on, the forefathers, being polygynous, because we know polygyny was a part of the culture. So that's just, that's neither here or there. But keeping in mind when we went to this, this conference, it gave a lot of men, it filled in a lot of gaps. It gave a lot of men insight into what their family should look like and the importance of leaving a lineage and having heirs and things like that, and just bringing, and raising righteous seed. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, Rabbanique. And bringing up and raising righteous seed, stuff like that. So this thing, and I won't be long, guys. So this whole conference really changed the thoughts of a lot of people, or confirmed a lot of things. Brother Grant Hill, shalom, brother, driving at the moment. Ears open though. Okay, all right. Hey, Grant Hill, when you get a chance, do me a favor and send me an email. I've been waiting to hear from you. Send me an email at FOI Bible Studies at inbox.com. I know you can't write anything down right now, but FOI Bible Studies at inbox.com, INBOX.com. And then leave your number or something, and we can exchange numbers or something like that. I know you're driving, but I'll repeat it again, and then you can watch this video later, so you can get the email inbox. But it's FOI Bible Studies with an S, studies at INBOX.com. So check it out later, and I wanted to get your number anyway. So after this conference, we go to this conference, and so a lot of guys, it either brought something new to them, it either confirmed something. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Grant Hill. It confirmed something, or it was a revelation to most people, to guys. It really filled in a lot of gaps. So salute and blessings to the Murray tribe. But the point of this particular video is I'm strolling and trolling, social media sites and stuff. And so in this one group, okay, the topic came up with, polygyny and a husband and wife, struggling with the idea and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. This particular thread was talking about the man, a husband, wanting to bring up righteous seed. He wants to bring up righteous seed. He wants to, have some heirs and sons and things like that. But him and his current wife, couldn't have children, or didn't have children. I don't know. I'm just reading. I'm just following the thread. And she sees the idea, of polygyny. She's in, they're both in the truth. They're both in the truth. And she just can't really wrap her head around the polygyny component. She sees in the Bible that, many of the patriarchs were polygynous and things like that. And she's having a really, really, really hard time. And she's like, no, we're not doing that, that sort of thing. So the reason why I say, is it selfish or selfless is because, as a wife, okay, as a wife, if you believe your husband to be a good man, to be a good, righteous man, then why would you not be like some of the matriarchs in the Bible? Why would you not be like Sarah and say, hey, because it wasn't because Sarah just so desperately obviously she did want children, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that she thought that it wasn't going to happen with her, so she gave Hagar her handmaid. Now this isn't about jealousy and all this other stuff. This kicks in and all that other stuff. Okay, so but that's not what we're talking about. But what I'm saying is, she thought her husband Abraham was so righteous that she was like, you know what? He deserved to have an heir. He deserves to have seed. So even if it doesn't come from me, I still want him to have one. You don't want that for your husband at all. I mean, the same thing, even though it may have gotten competitive, with Rachel and Leah and stuff like that, but they believe Isaac to be a righteous man. And so they wanted him to have seed. That's it. That's it. I just want him to have seed. That's it. Okay. And so they were willing, hey, here's my handmaid, and Rachel's like, well, here's my handmaid. Shalom again, brother. Hitting on some. Good, bro. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about. Thank you, Shalom, brother. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking, is that not the height of selfishness if you are a wife and you think your husband is a righteous dude, or at least trying to walk out the will of Yah in his life, trying to lead you in the way, and he expressed to you, I would like to have some children, I would like to have some heirs, I would like to, I would like to further my line, because it's like when Elder Murray was saying, if you don't have any heirs, or whatever, were you ever here? Now I know some people, they'll, on the surface they'll be like, well, of course I was here and all that, but you get what he's saying. Your line dies out. If it's you, and don't get me wrong, it's not a sin or anything, but I'm saying if you have the desire for children and you don't have children, talk to the men, your line dies out. Okay, I mean, like, Paul, he never had any kids. His lines died out. There are no descendants of Paul. He didn't have any kids. They didn't come out of him, as far as we know. He had no children. So fine. It's fine. Okay, again, I'm talking about biblical marriage structure. And the family structure and stuff. So if you're not interested in kids and heirs and all that and inheritance and all that, none of that matters to you who want to be single. But I'm talking about for a guy who actually wants to do that, and for a wife not to put her own personal feelings aside to say, hey, you know what? I think my husband is righteous. I can't bear children, or I can't bear any more children. He wants more, or he wants some, or whatever. I mean, why if you say you love your husband, then why doesn't that love extend to that? I mean, am I making sense here? I'm trying to get it to make sense there, that whether why wouldn't your love extend to, I love my husband, I believe he to be a righteous thank you, brother. I believe him to be a righteous man, and he wants to have kids, and he wants to have sons, he wants to bring up some heirs. Why would you stand against that? If he's trying to build a house, if he's trying to build a tribe, why can't you get past your own personal emotions? And this is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this thread, and that was the only defense. It was just emotion. Well, I just can't. I can't see myself, I don't want to see my husband, hugging someone else, or blah, blah. I don't want to see my husband have kids somewhere else, whatever. Okay, but you can't give him something he wants. It's unique. She's dealing with wicked, selfish. Yeah, exactly. But you say, I'm talking about the woman. You say you love your husband. Check. You say you think he's a good dude. Check. You say you're happy that he's going the way of Yah. He's going the way of Yah, and you say he deserves to have some heirs. Check, check, check. But because your feelings are hurt, you rather have his line die out. You rather say, you know what? Hey, I guess it's just not in the cards. I guess we just can't have no, you can't. He can. You can. But there's a way he can, and you could be a part of him building that house. You could. It would be your child too, but I mean, you could. I mean, that's how the women of Israel looked at it. If their sister wife or handmaid who became a wife, had children, she counted it as one of her children too. Okay, she counted it as one of her children too. So you can be instrumental in that. Okay, in him raising up his household. So the question on the table is, is it selfish? I don't, I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I'll just be upfront. Okay, in my opinion, I think that's selfish. I think it's selfish in the sense that you can't get past your own emotion, but yet you feel like, you do love your husband, but I no, I just can't. I'd rather his line die out. I'd rather him not bring up a righteous, any righteous seed. I'd rather him not build his tribe. I'd rather him not do that because it's gonna hurt my feelings. It's gonna challenge my spirit. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, put it in the comment section below. I personally, I don't know. That's just me. But maybe I'm looking at it from a crazy perspective. I hope some sisters. I don't know. Y'all, hey, you tell me. It just seems weird to me. Now, again, this is not a polygyny debate. Whether or not is polygyny lawful. It's pretty open and shut debate. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, is it selfish for two people to be in the truth? And it sounds like they've been in the truth for a while, years and years. For two people to be in the truth for years and years, and they hadn't, haven't, I don't know, I guess according to the thread, they haven't had children up to that point or whatever, and the husband wouldn't mind having kids, but the wife won't do that. Well, she can't herself, and she's gonna stand in the way of polygyny. That's not gonna happen. In her book, that's just not gonna happen. It's not possible. No way. I can't do it. I can't do it. So now, don't get me wrong. This is not a debate where I'm saying, oh well, just do it anyway, stuff like that. Because obviously, your house will probably fall apart and all that other stuff. I'm just saying. I'm just asking, is it selfish or not? That's all I want. Is it selfish or? I mean, what are we thinking there, guys? So anyway, I just wanted to stop. I was taking a quick lunch or whatever, and I just wanted to stop and get that thought off my mind and get you guys ideas. Okay, this is Israelite Prepper. Wake up, Jacob. Comment down below. Hit the thumbs up button. Share with other people. Let's get this conversation going and let's wake up our people. Shalom.